Yo, what's going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with a late debate show, man. You know, the one's there. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Hope you're enjoying your Friday night. You know, the one's there. It's quite cold in Manchester. It's about 7 degrees. And yeah, man, we're here. And United feels cold at the minute, man. You know what I mean? Because, boy, it's a big weekend, man. But we got a lot to discuss. We're going to be discussing Omar Barada's kind of thoughts where he tells the club that they want to win the Premier League by 2028. So we're going to be discussing that. Can Man United win the league by 2028? We've got Ash, we've got Temi, we've got Double A. Man, then what we saying, man? Everyone all good?
Yeah, man. Can't complain. Can't complain, man. Weekend is here. Time to relax, man. Time to relax. We got to talk United first.
Yeah, man. Defo.
I'm just happy I've had FIFA this week to distract me from just the disaster that's been Man United. Do you know what I mean? So FC's out now. I've been putting Roy Keane in my team. You know, it's nice. So I'm happy. I'm going back to the old days with it. So yeah, but
we can only dream about that, Ash. We can only dream about that, mate.
Ash, we gotta run. Ash, we gotta run, bro. We gotta run the FIFA, man.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. You know them ones there. So yeah, man. Big up to everyone. Double A, what you been doing? What you been up to?
Same old, bro. Work today and that. Back in tomorrow. You know, giving back. It is what it is, mate. I'm just looking forward to Sunday. I don't know how much I look forward to it because I didn't even go, did I, on Wednesday? So
yeah, no, I'm there waiting by the burger van.
Do you know what, bro? Do you know what, bro? I feel bad for not. I meant to reply to you.
Listen, I've been doing it all week.
I'm not even lying. I fell asleep, like literally right until kickoff, and then I woke up and I was like, because I don't know if you saw the show the other day, So, bro, it got to 4:00. I walked to the door. I was about to get in my car to drive to the stadium, and I looked at the weather and I went, I don't have a good feeling about this game. And I was like, right. I was like, headed back in the house, sat down. Playing with Thea and do what you're doing, and then bro, I think it got to about, I can't remember what time you messaged, but I just felt I was gone. I was fast asleep.
Yeah.
Woke up. Wish I slept through the game as well, to be honest. After watching that crap.
Trust me, man.
Not gonna lie.
It's like that, man. United don't really, you don't really get that positive feeling now going to watch United, man. That's the reality, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but we're going to discuss everything here. Make sure you hit the like button. Over 400 of you in the building. So smash the like button if you can. And yeah, let's get straight into it, man. Let's talk about the report by Laurie Whitwell, who's from The Athletic, quite reliable. And yeah, man, he said basically, Omar Barada tells club staff at Man United ambition to win the Premier League by 2028. Chief Executive spoke to employees last week about Project 150, so-called to coincide with the 150th anniversary of the club being founded in 1878. Same aim for women's team. Wow. So he's looking at winning the league by 2028, man, which is only 4 years. Not far away. Well, is that about 3 seasons, is it? 24, 25. 25, 26, 26, 27.
They better get a wriggle on. That's what I'm gonna say. They better like, even when you first hear it, I think it's 2024. We've just started a new season. For them to put this out now and say 4 years away, to me, as I guess you'd call me a legacy fan now, because obviously I've seen all the success.
Yeah.
To me, at first I thought that's actually disgusting that you would say, why are we waiting so long? When you actually deep the situation we're in and the standard of football and the amount of crap we've got starting for us and on the bench, you think, wow, actually that'll come up quite quick. That'll creep up quite quick, 2028. But other than that, the whole thing, besides what he's saying, I get onto clubs about being tin pot. City dining out on the whole Manchester thing, having 0161 on the shirt. Arsenal, who have never won a Champions League, singing "We by far the greatest team the world has ever seen," and all this nonsense. To me, to call it Project 150, to me, is the biggest tin pot thing. I'm quite embarrassed by that. You give it a project name. There's secret files getting slid across the desk with Project 150 on it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think it's crazy. He put this out here, all this spin, this PR, how great it's going to be. The only thing
is it PR though? Is it PR or do you reckon?
Of course it is. Of course it is, because it's making them think like, oh, they've got a plan. They've got a plan for us.
Yeah,
to challenging and winning the league in 2028. If anything, to me, it's kind of you're putting the pressure on yourself now, even more that if we don't, you're gonna look like fools. At the end of the day, for me.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's like if he's thinking that, then boy, you need to sack this manager, man, ASAP. You need to sack a lot of half of these players. You know what I'm saying? You need to get proper players in. You know what I mean? Like we need to do a lot then in the next 4 years. Because for me, you got to challenge first. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, man. I want to challenge as close as next season, if I'm being truly honest with you. Whether that's with this manager or not, you know, it's a different question. But for me, like the challenge, it has to begin. First of all, challenge. And when you need to challenge, you need a good manager. And you need some good players. So first of all, we need to know who's leading the direction with this. Is it just a kind of a saying, or are you actually believing this? You know what I mean? Like that's where my kind of head's at, because right now, 4 years, boy, Man City ain't gonna drop off in 4 years. I don't believe, and Arsenal are only growing. You know what I mean? They're not gonna drop off as well. So it's one of them where 4 years, boy, like.
Well, City in 2028, City only be just about getting to League One again, so we don't have to worry about.
Yeah, I hope so.
We ain't got to worry about them too much. Do you know what I mean, mate? I'd rather you not do it. I'd rather you just continue to do what you're doing behind the scenes. Keep it quiet. Do you know what it's like? And it's harsh for me to say probably because Omar Brada comes with a big reputation. Everyone's excited. This is something Woodward would say. This is like an Ed Woodward kind of, you know, we aim to do this. We're going to be this with the adult Disneyland and all that. Like, bro, just keep quiet and just.
Remember Ed Woodward when he said about Schweinsteiger?
The war chest. Oh,
hey?
No, I thought he was going to say the war chest when he says we've got a war chest, no one can handle us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we want to sign anyone, we can go.
But he said something about Schweinsteiger being. It's going to send some shivers down people's spine.
Oh, when you look at the names on the team sheet and it sends shivers down the spine.
Yeah, I was like,
Schweinsteiger.
Chill out with yourself.
It's when he's shown Jurgen Klopp around Old Trafford, like before he signed for Liverpool. He said, "Yeah, it's the adult Disneyland." Like, bro, what are you on? What are you doing? Yeah. And obviously, Klopp looks at him like, "Mate, nah, I'm going across these lanks, mate, to Liverpool. You can forget it."
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But fellas, I mean, it's kind of realistic though, isn't it? Like let's be real. Like we are so far behind. And again, I think the word specifically was like win the league in 2028. Like I think they're looking to challenge much sooner before.
Yeah.
Like I think he used those words very like 2028 is when we expect to be winning the league.
Winning the league, yeah.
And I do think they have a long-term plan. I really do. I know I think a majority of us want the manager to be relieved of his duties. You feel me? Or a lot of us do. Let me say that. And I think it's going to happen by next year. Like he won't be here next year. I'm confident about that. And then I think they kick it into overdrive. I think we had a good transfer window. If we can replicate that again with a better manager who actually knows how to pick a team, actually knows how to pick proper players, makes the right substitutions. Who knows? I think just doing that simple thing would take us to another level just by doing that. So I don't think it's crazy. Like I do think he put a bullet on his, a bullseye on his back. You feel me? Like that's real. Like when you say, oh, we're doing this at this time, like you're putting a bullseye on your back. But at the same time, I really don't mind it because one, it's realistic. Like we're not winning the league in 2 seasons. Like that's not happening. That's just not happening unless a miracle. Under some miracle, that's the only way that happens. But I don't mind it, to be honest. I really don't mind it.
It would have been 15 years since we won the last league. You know what I mean? That would have been if we do win it in 2028. It would have been 15 years since we won the last Premier League title. So,
I say we sack Ten Hag, go and get Ranieri, and go and do a Leicester next season.
Oh my god! Oh my days!
Never do a Leicester.
Ranieri. No, but the thing is though, if it is a quick fix, and you need someone to deliver a title in the next 2 years, who can do that for you? You guys. if you guys was to say a manager right now,
quite a few managers.
Go on.
I got one. Inzaghi. I think Inzaghi.
Inzaghi's probably the only one I think for me right now.
Yeah.
The only realistic option.
Yeah.
You see what he did coming into Inter, with the players that he's got as well, and taking him to a Champions League final. I mean, they hadn't won the league title in many a year without him. They had five managers in like 4 seasons prior to him. He comes in within a year, he's winning league titles. I think he's the main guy, but it's whether or not he'd want to leave Inter. I mean, I can't see it, but
I see managers like that. Managers like that won't leave.
What about Ancelotti? Because he leaves next summer.
Do we have the team for him? Do we have the team for him?
I don't want no failed Everton manager at Man United, man. We've already had one.
Bro.
We've already had one.
Who could
What
deliver
happened there?
success?
Chill.
Success.
Listen, the person that would have done it is at Barcelona, and we're not getting him. So
bro, that's
the one. That would have been the one. He could have done that, but it's we missed that train, unfortunately.
So many injuries, by the way. But apparently he can't play good football without injury.
No, listen, he's made one signing and he's top of the league. He made one signing this season and he's revolutionized them. Listen, they were okay last season. They won the league title the season before that, but they didn't play anywhere near the level of football they're playing. And mind you, the injuries that Barcelona have right now Ten Hag would be making all kinds of excuses. No De Jong, no Araujo. I know their left back was out for a bit. That Bernal kid who came in from the B team who was really good, hurt.
Got injury.
They've been playing Barcelona B players the whole season in midfield.
Facts.
Does not matter. They still look.
And now got their keeper out for
bro, littered with injuries, and there's no excuses. That's a top manager.
Yep.
That's the top manager. Like Ten Hag needs to go look at what Hansi Flick has done in the first 2.5 months at Barcelona and compare it to what we're seeing in season 3. Like it's nice.
Nah, listen, that guy's a terrorist. He cannot be a manager at United, even though he's done his thing at Juventus. Bro, he's been,
What kind of spelling is that? Algerine. It sounds like some.
I don't know what he's trying to say. I don't know what he's trying to say.
A really bad mouthwash from B&M.
Yeah. I don't know what he's trying to say. Big up my guy Suge, man. Hope you're well, man, bro. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you don't hit the like button, people. 7:40 if he's in the building. Big up Suge. I hope you have a good weekend, my bro. Big up Staffy in the building as well. Hope you're well, my bro. Are you believing? Are you believing, guys? That Staffy, are you believing 2028 United champions? What's funny, yeah? The day we become champions, man, like, bro, like, I feel like I want to celebrate with my kids though as well. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's only right, isn't it?
Grandkids, isn't it?
Nah, listen, my man's still young, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's gonna take that long, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, I celebrate with my kids. That would be beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I struggle for you, man. You know what I'm saying? I struggle for the better days. You know, your pop said, "I struggle for you, lot."
Yo, that's what my dad says. Yeah, I've been. Through, I've seen us get relegated and all that. Like,
Saeed is gonna show his kids footage.
I'm gonna say 7-0. Watch along. I'm gonna show him the 7-0. Watch along. I'm gonna show them him arguing with Marcel
on Mendham Talk. Look
at what I used to say to Marcel. I'm gonna show
really
him
the
all
trenches. We was in the mud. This is where we was.
In the mud. You know what I'm gonna show him cookings. I'm gonna show him skullfuggery videos. I'm gonna show him everything.
Hopefully it doesn't take that long.
Bro, well, hey, listen, it could be, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I hope not. You know what I mean? But so are we saying that we need Man City to be guilty then? Are we saying that has to be a big priority as well? Like,
we need Pep to leave. We need Pep to leave. That's
but I don't think it's gonna be bad when Pep leaves, man.
No, it'll be worse. No, they'll be easier. They'll be much easier to get at.
I get. I don't think it's gonna be like us with Fergie.
They'll still be a title team. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they'll still be a title team.
It won't be locked in like it is right now. Like, what are they? 4 out of 5 right now, or like what is the number they're at right now? Like, so it won't be that.
The last 7.
6 of the last 7. There we go. So I mean, it won't be that. No way without Pep. No, not a chance.
The thing is with me, with Pep Guardiola, he's a genius, isn't it? Probably, I think he's a better tactician than Fergie, but Fergie's a better manager. You know, I mean, that's what I kind of believe anyway. Like, but reality is, I don't think the drop off is going to be massive, but at the same time, bro, I'm here for it, man. I'm really, really here for it. Like, bro,
he's got a dip. That's the only hope. realistically the only hope that like there's parity in the league ever again.
Yeah.
without Pep leaving, with that machine that they have, the illegal cheating machine they have, there's just no way. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like teams are closing the gap. I think Arsenal, was down to the last day last season.
Yeah.
You
Arsenal
don't
hype,
know
bro.
about this.
Arsenal hype. They're not even the next man up no more.
Give me something.
If they
Give
don't
me
win it
something.
this season,
Give me
they're not
something to
coming.
hold on to, Staffy. Give me something.
Oh
to
no,
hold
no,
on
I'm
to.
not saying us. I'm just saying Arsenal hype.
No, I mean, yeah, but anyone. I just mean anyone. This is the thing. Like Saeed was saying today, with expression, we don't want City winning the league. That's the last thing any of us ever want.
Yeah.
absolutely.
London Reds might want Arsenal to City to win it over Arsenal, but we don't. These Mancs, no chance.
But the thing is, though, I'm past beyond caring right now because I'm just like, City gonna do what they gotta do. But our thing is, if we need to be ruthless, bro, there's a lot of things got to change, man. And also, the biggest thing is the mentality of the fan base, man. Like, guys, we as a fan base here are just so top four, it's so good. Like, we don't have standards to go and push for that. Like, if I say now, the new manager that comes in, he has to be in the title challenge, and if he fails and he gets top four, everyone's going to be like, but you know what? He did all right, guys. But any other big club, sack him. But with United, it's like, no, but we're going to give him time. The standards have to be at the top. Like, we have to be like, yo, this is a title-winning team. We need to be going for the title. We need to aim for that.
Well, that's why you have to hold Ineos to account them, because they've said from the jump, best in class. Best in class is not fourth, is it? Best in class is not third. So when they go below that, you have to start asking questions about what is best in class then.
Madrid, I think I saw a stat that like Madrid haven't lost a match since like January or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But this season people have been unhappy. Like they haven't looked good.
They haven't looked good. They're boring.
No one cares that they've gone like 9 months unbeaten. Right now we're not playing well. That's their standard. You feel me? And our standard
apparently we can win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And it's
after 616 million spent, we've won an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup, and people are like, he's doing okay. He's doing fine. We gotta give him more time. It's like, what? Like, it's actually crazy. You're right. The standards have been lowered even past like I'm gonna be real, even like Ollie's time. Like I think we've gotten to a point where it's like we don't score goals. We don't score goals. We don't create enough chances. Defensively, we're pretty average. We're not great. We're not anything. Nothing right. In midfield, we're woeful. We lost the midfield battle versus FC Twente. Let that say. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? So, the standards have just sunk to a level I can't even comprehend right now. It's sad.
It's true. Big up Tox says F 2028. We won it now. Wow. Shout out to Tox, man. Listen, I wish you were Ineos, man, because boy, we had them standards, man.
I'm happy Tox is not Ineos because that'd be delusion. We have what's his name again? Ed Woodward and them guys.
No, but he's trying to say like, yo,
Ineos said side. They just have to be realistic. I don't think they're saying we will win the league in 2028. They're saying their aim is to win the league by 2028. Whether that will happen or not. Yeah, but here's the thing, Saeed. You have to set realistic goals. They're looking at it. I'm pretty sure they came in January or February, whatever it was, and they assessed the situation. And they're saying, for us to fix this club and build up and be ready on time, it's going to take us about this long to do this. It's going to take us about that long to do that. And they just did their calculations, and they're like, what is a reasonable time for us to be ready to compete for the league? And they think within the first 4 years, they will be ready. Let's not act like they're not undoing a lot of what the Glazers did over the last, I don't know, how many years now? 17, 18 years?
20 years.
20 years, whatever it is. It's been a long time. They have to clean up so much before they can start cooking their own stuff. The kitchen, they came in and the kitchen was messy. The kitchen was burning. They had to put out the fire first. They had to clean up the kitchen, and now they're going to start cooking. And they're saying it's going to take them 4 years, realistically, to be in that situation. Whether that happens or not, we'll find out and we'll see, because hopefully we don't face any setbacks. I'm not taking it too literal, but I appreciate that they understand that it takes time to do that. I wouldn't say I'm angry at it. It's just realistic. It's just nothing. There's nothing else to do. There's no one in this world that could come in and make us win the league next season. I don't care what anyone says.
No, but you can still challenge though.
Said, are you being real with yourself, Said?
No, broski. If you spend,
have a manager.
No. Okay, but the thing is, though, I told you already. I'm not dealing with reality. I'm dealing with expectation, right? So my thing is that next season, if Ten Hag is still here, and he's still here, which I think that's scary if he is. If he's still here and he's about to spend another 200 million, that means he's spent 800 million at Old Trafford.
But money doesn't
I'm
warrant
expecting
you
a title challenge next season. I'm sorry.
But money doesn't warrant you that. This is the one argument that I usually hate in football. When people try to justify performances by money. I don't care, Said. Like me and you can now.
This is your fourth season as well.
No, but Said, here's the thing. I could give you 100K and I could get 100K. And both of us can go hit a car lot, a dealership. I could leave with a better car than you, and we spent the same amount of money because maybe I invested my 100K a little bit smarter than you. I had a little bit more research than you before I went to the dealership. I knew cars more than you. Yeah. Us having the same budget does not mean that we should be equal. That's the thing that I'm trying to say.
You just have to look since 2014. We've spunked money every which way, mate. So much money on terrible signings all over the pitch. Continue to do it year.
So yours is based on managers, not expectation of what we spend. Because the same thing about Mourinho. Mourinho, we wanted him to challenge for the league, right?
Bro, you're talking about 600 million. Yeah, we spent 80 million on Anthony. We spent 60 million on Mount.
Yeah, like what does that count for?
Two players that can't get into the squad. So you can't say he spent this, so we must be challenging.
No, but he has spent it though. Whatever you kind of
in hindsight, we should be competing after that amount of money. I agree with you. But when I assess the situation and I'm looking, this is why I said that I used that example. We gave him 80 million and he left with Anthony.
Why should you? Why should you 40 million?
He would have left with Kudos. That's
why should you as a fan tolerate that? I'm not tolerating that.
You shouldn't.
I'm not saying tolerate it. You're missing my point. I agree with what you're saying. But in hindsight, that makes sense if we spent that 800 million well. We know that half of this money has been wasted because we spent money on Anthony. We spent money on Casemiro, who's going to need to get replaced. We're talking about Ugarte right now. We're talking about Højlund. We overspent for players, and we spent money towards the wrong place. Not every investment we made was good. So I can't justify it and say, oh, Ten Hag spent 100 million. That equates me being a contender. I know we need to get rid of some of these players still.
Can I explain, please? Can I explain?
Go ahead.
You know, a lot of the time, yeah, expectations come from within the fan base, you know. I look at other clubs. I look at other leagues. I look at other situations. Expectations come from within the fan base. I genuinely mean this, guys. If all the fan base is talking about title, it reverberates around the club. It reverberates around the media. It reverberates around even the players, the manager. Everybody's then talking about this season, we need to be challenging for the league. We need to get closer to Man City and Arsenal. I'm telling you, everything starts from home. If we keep talking about, you know what? Realistically, though, I don't think we're ready. Let me land then. If realistically we say, as a fan base, really and truly, I don't really believe in this. No. You say, you know what? No, we're not taking them excuses. We are saying this season we need to be challenging for the league. Which players are there? We are challenging the full season. Spend 800 million. We are challenging for that league. So that's my expectation next season. I don't care.
You're right.
Next season.
You're right. Okay, you're right. You're right about the expectation should be there, right? I agree with that. One, that 800 million or 600 million referencing, not all of that is Ineos, right? They're not even. They're not even. I get that. They're not even thinking that way. Two, I think we're having this conversation under the wrong premise. I don't think this manager is going to be here. I genuinely do not think this manager will be here at the start of next season. There's no point. Exactly. I think they'll have their guy, and then when we see. First, we have to see at least 2 months of good football. Like we have to start there. We have to start with the new manager comes in. We see good football. We see something we can hold on to.
What if the manager Simeone then?
I think listen. Well, first of all, that's not going to happen. Second of all,
again, you can't say it's not going to happen. I'm just giving you a realistic example.
I'm not the biggest fan of Simeone's brand of football, but I guarantee you he would raise the standard at Manchester.
By the way, it's Simone, not Simeone. Simone.
Simone.
Yes, sorry, Simone.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make, if we brought him in, right, him by himself would raise the standard of Manchester United. Like I'm not saying I want him, but he would just do that because of the type of manager he is. You know what I'm saying? But I genuinely think they're going to find the right guy. I'm going to back Ineos to find the right guy this summer, and then I think we can set those expectations. I hate saying this, but low key, to me this season is almost a wash. If we get a trophy, great, fantastic. But we're not competing for anything of note.
This season to me was always about seeing how good the players that we just signed are going to do. Because I believe we signed good enough players this summer for the next manager. I never thought this manager was going to turn it around like everyone said. Sorry, what'd you say, Saeed?
I'm just thinking, I get what you're trying to say. Like, the season might be right, but I'm not still giving any leeway for this manager. I still think
third in the trophy.
You should be realistic.
I 1,000% agree with that. Listen, I said we need to finish third. I stand by that.
Yeah.
But again, there's what I expect, and then I know Ten Hag as a manager. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Like we struggled against FC Twente. Like, let's be real. Like, we're not at that level. Like, we're not at that level to score goals consistently. Well, actually, I think we have the players to do it. He just doesn't pick the right players. You feel me? So
we should, but we're not.
Yeah, exactly. So this is Saeed, I don't think anyone on the panel disagrees with you in terms of where the fans' expectations should be. Like, we all have different platforms. I've seen all of our.
That's what I'm talking about. Platforms, you know. For me,
I've seen all of our platforms, and we all criticize.
Nah, they wash, man. They're them, man. Yeah, you know. For me, it's some of it's disgusting, man. Some of the platforms, that I see, and they're just saying top 4 and give this time and that. Broski, it all comes down to the fan base, guy. I genuinely mean it. When I said third this season, I said, yo, man's been in his third season, yeah. Why should we expect third this season and get a trophy? Yeah, cool. It's not about position, but I'm saying just getting closer. This idea of premise of getting close to Man City and Arsenal, get third. And I just feel like for me, next season, if everyone had that mindset of, yo, we're spending money now and we're going to challenge for the league, or we're going to try and get close to this league title. Doesn't mean you're going all the way. We might fall at the final hurdle, maybe towards April, but we're there and thereabouts. We're not giving silly points away. That's all I want from my club next season, is that I see this progression in a good way, that, you know what, we could have that mindset. It's not about top 4 anymore. We're not doing all of that nonsense. We're going and trying to compete for the league. That's what I want to just focus on. That's just what I'm saying. And it won't happen from all the fan base. I know it won't, because we're just a bunch of losers. Let's be honest.
No,
Adam in the building.
Shout out, Adam. Much love, bro.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, Adam's here now. I don't know if you've seen you in the chat and that. What do you think in terms of like your expectations versus reality, and just in general, like, is it down to the fan base to have that pressure, or do you believe we should just say, you know what, it's not realistic, you know?
Nah, I think it's realistic. I think we can probably challenge before 2028, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I think the goal is that by 2028, like, we are in a position to call ourselves not favorites, but strong contenders. But I think we can challenge before that. And it doesn't take that long to build a good squad and a good team. Like, we've been talking about processes and 3 years and this, but the problem with that sort of talk is that the time is never now. Like Ragnick said it, 2 windows, 12 months to 18 months. You get players out, you take losses, you get good players in, good coaching, and before you know it, you're actually a decent, competent team. So I think not next season, but the season after that would be what, 26, 27, was that it? Or
yeah.
I think it's not unreasonable. Let's put it that way, because you just think about it. This squad is not as bad as we think, and the players we think are terrible, they can do much better than that. So just you can get a manager to get the most out of this team, and I think you can expect good things. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's that unreasonable. I think within 2 years we should be a strong Premier League team. At the moment we're shocking, so well, it is what it is.
I think we're a better team than what we're showing.
Don't let this situation.
Yeah, we are. It's tactics. It's tactics. Like,
agreed.
We have the technical floor of the team is raised so much this season. He's just not picking the right players. Yeah. Like, he's taking off the wrong players at the wrong time. Like, he doesn't. I genuinely don't think he understands, like, you know, his better players. I genuinely don't think he has a clue. Eriksson was very good against Twente. Obviously, he made a mistake, but outside of that mistake, he was arguably our best player. Xerxes, he took Xerxes off again. Like, he needs to figure out, like, yo, the players that can keep the ball, those are the players who need to be playing. And I don't think he's gonna. He's going to die by the sword of Bruno and Rashford. Ollie did it, and I think this manager is going to do the same thing. You feel me? So that's on him, and he's gonna lose his job. But we have the players at this point to be playing way better.
Have we got a title-winning squad in terms of like?
No.
Do you necessarily have to have like a title-winning squad, or is it?
No, we don't have a title-winning squad, but we have a squad that's good enough to be like when we're facing Liverpool, we shouldn't be getting just smacked off the park. That's
when Liverpool won the league, they had. Let me look at Liverpool's title-winning squad of.
It was a top team. It was a top team.
I think that team on paper is not as good as what
did they win 1920?
I think it'd probably be best to look at like Chelsea under Conte, because that was a bad team with Moyes, with Victor Moses and players like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that team still had Matic and Fabregas.
They had the best player in the league in that team.
There we go.
Yeah, one.
What is this?
That was about it.
So there you go. So you got Alisson, Mignolet, Adrian, Lloris, Karius, Kelleher, Lundgren, Yaros, Winbot, Gomez, Joe Matip, Lovren. Wow, Lovren was there. Sander Berg, Nat Phillips, Tom Clayton, I don't know that. Robertson, Lacroix, Gallagher, Trent.
This
Klein,
is not a good squad, man.
Fabinho,
I don't care if it's dead names. I just read
Why are you mentioning no name?
Keita, Jordan Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, James Milner, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones,
Harvey Elliott was in that team, the title winning team.
Shaqiri, Lallana, Sadio Mane, Minamino, Salah. You know what? You got to give Klopp some credit here, man. This is why
that team was nowhere near as good.
His 11 was amazing. That's
That first 11
was 4 years old,
amazing.
Come on, man. This is crazy.
That first 11 was ridiculous. Like, it was.
Alisson was world class.
First 11 is good, but the squad ain't
was
all
world
that.
class. Salah was world class. Mane was world class.
Firmino, top player.
Firmino, top player. Fabinho world class at the time.
Jordan Henderson wasn't a bad
Henderson
scrub.
was top for them as well.
He was a good player. He's whatever. He's solid.
This is very good for their system.
Yeah.
You had
Ronaldo, good player,
doing a job. You had Robertson, who was playing at world class level.
Trent, they all became world class.
Yeah, but you know what?
He didn't buy in world class. Do you know what I mean? They all developed.
Exactly.
It took
All
3-4
development,
years
yeah,
for
exactly.
developed,
All developed,
from
bro.
Southampton, from Hull City. You know, it took time to develop. Klopp took 4 years to get that side together. Now, I'm not in the camp of buying that it's going to take 4 years. You've seen plenty of times under Abramovich. I mean, it took Abramovich 4 years to build an entire club. He bought them in 2002. They were challenging for the league in 2005. 2000. Do you know what I mean?
They won it in 2005.
No, that's so.
No, we have to
at
give
that
respect
time,
to Klopp, though, as
you
well,
were
man.
allowed to spend differently. Chelsea came at that time. They spent differently.
Yeah, but
They went and
we
got
have
the
that
best
advantage
manager,
where we can
one of the
spend
best
what we
managers
want.
in the world, and they sign amazing players. That's different.
Let
We
me
don't
check
live in that
context.
era anymore. We can't sign these players anymore like that. These
I don't
clubs
think
don't.
I don't think the players are out there. I think we can sign those players. I mean, you say we can't sign those players. We're spending 70 million for Rasmus Højlund. Do you know what I mean? We're spending 100 million for Anthony. We're spending big money.
Hold
Like,
on,
we're
let
spending
me
the big
answer,
money.
Ash.
No, I'm just saying those stuff. I don't think
No,
the
after you,
quality's
I'll
out
answer
there. That's what I'm saying. I just don't think the quality's out there to go and buy those players anymore. I think that's where you've got to do what Klopp did, and you've got to go find your Manes, and you've got to go find your Andy Robertsons and stuff like that, and then develop them. But to do that, you need a decent coach.
No, but
And
I
Ten Hag's
agree with you.
obviously
And
not
that's
that one.
actually why I was arguing your point, because back then when Chelsea did that, that was before the TV, the TV money deal. So a lot of these clubs were forced to sell their best players to bullies like United, like Chelsea, like all these big clubs. Right now, for the same amount of money, we're going to buy Anthony. We're going to buy Casemiro. We're going to buy players that are not the best in the world in their positions. We're not even signing Mourinho like they got him from Porto. We're getting B-Tech what's his name? Ten Hag. It's a joke, bro. We don't have that flex on the market like it was.
Shout out to Faz in the building.
We have to do a lot of
We've got the flex and the money. It's just the targeting. It's just we're targeting the wrong people. That's been the issue. We've got the money.
Because
That's not been the issue.
I mean, to your point, we're talking about doing all that when we don't even we didn't even get rid of the manager yet. Because I bet you what, a new manager comes in, and there's always these type of fans. The minute we get a new manager, give him 3 years. They don't even wait, bro. They always think of
the
timelines and right away say 3 years. They don't look at the state of the club. They don't look at the state of the team. They don't look at the experience of the manager. They're just so obsessed with saying 3 years. Like time.
We're not like other clubs. We're not like other clubs. We don't just sack managers. We give.
Bro, I hate when they say I'm not going to speak about the manager until
Yeah.
18 months. What does that mean? Like what
We're Man
changes in
United.
18 months?
We're
Like,
Man United.
why is
We're
it
different.
always 18 months? What happens in 18 months? Does he reach puberty at 18 months? Like I don't get what happens in 18 months. They always do that. So there's going to be another wasted 18 months under a new manager anyways.
Fact. Can I just bring this Chelsea squad up? And big up to Suj as well. I said that if Ericsson has to go, with the current manager available, would you be happy with top 4 finish and the current squad and then challenge in 2 years? I mean, it's
Kind of say quickly as well. Say, don't forget that Liverpool title was lockdown football. That's also when Manchester United were apparently amazing, and everyone's now revisiting Ollie and how amazing we were under Ollie.
Yeah,
that team also lost the league on like 96, 97 points. Like,
I'm just being facetious.
That was scary, man. I don't know United even getting that, man.
98 points. They did not win the league.
This is the Conte team, yeah.
This is a Conte team. Can anyone see that? Or should I put it a bit bigger?
That's a good team, man.
It's a good team.
Good team. I can't lie to you, man.
This is a good team, bro. That's a proper
David
team.
Luiz, Cahill, Moses. Come on.
No. Let me read it all. Alonso.
It was a good player.
Yeah, but you know what? We could do with Cahill, man.
What?
Yeah,
Cahill was a good player.
Kante was the best midfielder in the world at that time.
Matic and Kante.
Kante, that was it.
Hazard.
That was the
Hazard
best
was
partnership in the league.
Oh my goodness. Hazard, Costa, Pedro.
Hazard, Costa, and Matic and Kante.
Come on, this is a ridiculous. This is a
Fabregas.
Fabregas, I forgot
Fabregas was on the bench. Exactly.
Ivanovic.
Come on, this is a proper team.
Terry was still there.
Nah, this is the proper team.
You're thinking of these players in the prime. These were done.
You've had
this team the following season was bottom half. You forget that.
But they both
They won 10 games
that was
in a row.
good. Yeah, that was because of the manager.
Wait, Ash. They won the league, finished 10th, got rid of Mourinho, and then won the league again. And you're trying to tell me that this is a bad team? Come on, man.
Yeah.
It was the manager. That is pure manager issue. When you go from 1 to 10 to 1 again, you can tell that there was a manager issue.
Yeah, facts.
And the season after that, wasn't the season when they bought Bakayoko and Higuain?
Yeah.
But that was 17, 18.
Season,
Oh, no, yeah. To be fair, you're right.
Remember that Higuain and lost 6-0 to City? That was great.
So that's that team. Obviously, we have Man City's team. We're not going to go through their team. So the 2 teams that have won the league since Man City,
2016,
it's literally been got Leicester team. That's a.
You're not gonna go through. Not gonna go through Leicester's. Come on, mate.
No, we're not gonna go. We know that was.
Double is obsessed with Leicester today.
There was some hoopers.
I'm on it today, mate.
You're playing. Let me guess. You're playing career mode with Leicester. That's that what we do.
No.
So what do we do? What do we do then? It's like, bro, Chelsea have not won the league since 2017, bro. Like that is nearly what are we getting to 7 years now? 7 nearly years, this summer. Yeah. Is it 7? Is it? Well, yeah, it will be 7 years. 7 years. Bro, 7 years, man. Them. What's going on here, man?
We can't say nothing. What are you talking about? You can't start saying that.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna give you like an unpopular opinion. You know, I think Chelsea are closer to winning the league than us.
That's not unpopular.
Closer to winning the league.
Is that unpopular or is that popular?
That's popular, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just thought, Chelsea, I think for me, are close to winning the league than us. I think generally they've got a squad that is very, very good. And you know what's mad about them? They're gonna get players next summer. Paez is coming, not Paez, the other guy. Bro, they're going to get players in, bro. And it's like, they're going to get guaranteed quality coming through the door, technical players.
Manager. It's literally just...
We just gave him one of our most technical...
Yeah, we gave one of them as well.
Off the manager out, sign a couple players, we'll be fine. We'll be right there with them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but they're already a step ahead of us, Tammy. That's the point that Saeed is making.
No, I hear it.
That step, they've already figured out a base of a team that's good. And then now they're looking at a manager that they're like, you know what? He's developing a style of play that could lead us to something. We're still trying to figure out who should be.
They need to start our defense, though. Yeah. That comment there.
We still have Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw.
Got a young team as well.
So Rashford. Oh, come on.
I don't think the defense is the only thing we have that is okay, to be honest. I think it's probably our strongest suit. I think the midfield is not good enough, and the attack is actually quite poor. Man.
Yeah,
you know what? I think left winger is a priority.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I can't lie to you. Even for me, I want another right winger as well. I think for me,
you know what? And we just sold Sancho, who can play better than any of our players.
Right winger, man. You know what I mean? Faz, what are you saying, bro? You are you predicting 2025 or what's going on here? I see you like you're typing something up there. What's going on?
Bro, I just paying attention to this Chelsea talk that you're doing. Chelsea are miles, light years ahead of us. Light years.
I know.
Even if let's say their football goes bad and they decide to change the manager up, they're still in a better position simply because of how much better individual players that they have that work in each different position. Whereas we've got, funnily enough, specified players for a specified manager to do a specified job that doesn't work. So what if we go and get the next manager, and the next manager has a different type of football, and then that football that he tries to bring in doesn't work with some of the players? Then we're in a more, then we're in a pickle basically. So we've got these specialist players for this manager particularly, and he's not able to make anything work, innit? So that's why Chelsea's model works differently. For example, Liverpool's model works, similar, because they build the board, build the squad, the manager manages the team. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why Slot comes in and he's slotted right in. So these other teams, they build their squads really differently. We've tailored our whole club around Erik ten Hag. You look at Villa, for example. Look at West Ham. Moyes is gone, but some of their players are still going to be able to play under a different manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas we're not in.
Do you think that's the case with some of those?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think this summer
everything's come out this summer to saying it's been taken away, and they are actually building around an ethos.
Yeah.
And with the signings, there's a couple of questionable signings. Not questionable, but the profile of players. So Xerxes, for one, Ten Hag actually came out and said De Ligt wasn't his idea, even though he knows him, and Agate, those three in particular. Yeah, would you say they would be taken away from being 10?
Some of the players, like if we were to list them, right? Anthony's not going to work under a new manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Malacia is a lost cause. Like, I just call it as it is. New manager might not fancy Martinez. They simply might not like the fact that his height, right? Then you have Højlund, for another example, a new manager. They might want a proven striker and they don't want to deal with no development striker. So that's 4 players gone. Then a new manager might not, for example, like who else that he's brought in? Ericsson maybe as well. You know what I'm saying?
Ericsson will be gone by then.
Anyways, but they might not like the fact that Onana misses some easy shots that come at him. He doesn't have that X factor regularly. He's got that X factor here and there, but he's not got that X factor regularly. Mason Mount is another one as well, So before you know it, that's about 5 or 6 players. That's half a lineup.
I hear that, but I genuinely think like a proper manager can get a tune out of the players that a lot of the players you just mentioned, especially like the ones we signed this summer. I think those were signings for like the future, not Erik ten Hag. I genuinely believe Mazraoui,
the
Xerxes, like those players can play in pretty much any system, right? I genuinely believe that. And the way we want to play a possession style of football, I genuinely think the next manager will figure it out. Like we look absolutely terrible, but I don't. A lot of the times I would say it's a player issue. I genuinely think it's a manager issue. Like if we're
not far away from a good base.
We're not that far away from just a solid base where we're easy top 4.
Yeah.
I don't think we're that far.
I think we're top 4 without this manager. I genuinely believe it. I think you get rid of this manager, we'll finish in top 4.
Like think about it. Like Mazraoui, De Ligt. I mean, Martinez has been struggling, but technically he's good and he can do something. Diallo, Ericsson, even though he's older, can still do something. Right, Kobe Mainu, Amad Diallo, Xerxes, like these are all technically gifted players. Like we just have to find a way to fit them in a system that works. And we play with, again, Marcus and Bruno. It's like, what do you want to expect? Listen, if the next manager is picking those players again, I'm out. Like that just shows that you don't.
It all depends on the style, though, isn't it? Style, like with
no. We learned that there's no style.
No style that works with those two.
Counter-attack and we play possession, and both of them are shit with a couple of these players.
Yeah.
Simone
Inzaghi will play back 3, and then obviously 2 wing backs.
And that'd be okay. That'd be okay because it doesn't matter if we play a 3-4-3, a 3-4-1-2, a 4-3-3. Like if you have a proper manager, they can make they can make football look attractive with any formation.
If
Honestly,
anything, I think our team is more suited to playing three in the back.
yeah, no, we have
100%.
We have
If
6
you think of it, to me, our ball playing ability is through the wings. So the sides and the back line.
Yeah,
Our
Exactly. You know
midfield
what?
has no ball playing.
Thinking that a back three is defensive and pragmatic is just a complete misconception.
absolutely.
Altogether, people see
100%.
three center halves and they think it's defensive. We basically play in the back three in possession.
In possession, yeah.
Because all of the formations we see, for example, when the team sheets are out, for example, those are defensive lineups. So those are like, for example, if you see a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, those are the formations out of possession.
Where would you rank our squad in the Premier League? Where would you rank our squad in the Premier League? In terms of the top 6?
4th?
You know,
Squad or
can I just say, if you look at, so Chelsea's got a better squad than us. Liverpool got a better squad than us. City got a better squad than us. That's 3 already done.
Liverpool, not better squad, better 11.
But how many players in the squad?
You know what, Faz? When you
16, 17.
I'm not sure about
assess your squad, you know the manager's doing a terrible job.
Liverpool is better than, bro. They got Bruno. They got
They got a
Gravenberch.
better 11. I think they got a better 11 than us, Liverpool, but not better squad. I don't think so.
Okay, right. Let's keep Liverpool aside. Arsenal, so that's still 3.
Also, when they have their fully,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. They do.
Yeah, Arsenal, easily. Yeah, Arsenal.
I think
So,
Broski,
so
Sam, you don't rate your team, man. Well, Sam, Staffy, can you tell him, man? He's always
Bro, today I had to convince him that Liverpool have a better squad than Arsenal. I don't know why he's coming here to say that I have some shit.
Exactly. Come on, man, Hassan.
I think Liverpool.
I was on his channel defending Liverpool.
Come on,
while
Hassan.
he's
I've
twerking
seen
for
your
Arsenal.
shows, man.
No, I think Liverpool just edge it because they have a better start in 11, which is part of the squad, makes their squad better anyways, right?
I'll give you
So
that.
the 11 is part of the squad. So Liverpool's 4th. Villa, would you count Villa as having a better squad than Manchester United? No.
They just have a very
Okay.
competent manager.
Spurs.
Let's look at the
That's
bench.
some good players.
No. If you asked Unai Emery, would you rather have our squad or his? I promise you, he'd pick Manchester United squad.
I'm looking at their bench here. Let me look at their team, man.
I'll take Watkins. I'll take Duran.
If a team, listen,
Say
Saeed,
again.
if a team have a better 11 than us, that's majority of the squad anyways. So by default, they have a better squad anyways.
Okay,
You know what
okay.
I'm
Let's
saying?
look at their squad.
You're not
So
saying
Martinez
who's got the
over
best
Onana.
bench. That's
Cash,
not what you
they
say.
got Carlos, Conso, Mings, Digne, Torres,
No. They don't have a better. By default, with Mings, allow it.
Ross,
Allow it. With
Tielemans,
Mings.
Badillo, Philogene,
Their midfield
Onana,
is better
Rodgers,
now,
Leon
though, like-
Bailey, Jacob Ramsey, Boubacar Kamara, Duran.
These are better players.
Watkins. Yo, I can't lie.
He's a good
Go
Go to
player.
the bench. Go to the bench. Go to the bench.
No, they don't have a bench. This is all the team.
Oh, that's.
This is
Oh,
all the
sorry.
team.
Yeah.
Bandem, Broski.
Their midfield
like-
is better than ours.
Midfield is better for sure.
The defense is better than
Yeah,
us.
bro,
Nah,
John
the defensive
McGinn.
better.
bro.
The
You
defensive
man would
better.
have John McGinn.
Midfield and attack's looking nice.
No, I wouldn't, bro. John McGinn. Of course
You
I
would have swapped their midfield and attack right now, Faz.
I would take Tielemans. I'd
Yeah.
take
No,
Barkley.
you don't do.
I'd
You
take
don't do one or
Onana.
two.
I'd take
If I said
Rodgers.
to you right now, you're taking that midfield and that attack right now. Are you taking that attack or are you taking our midfield and attack? Please be honest.
I take them.
Now
because
our
they're
midfield,
actual-
our midfield is better.
goals.
Kobe Mino, Casemiro, they're better.
They're better than who? They're better than who?
Casemiro, like,
Who better than who?
No, guys.
Better.
We have to be honest, man. We have to be honest.
Kobe
Is he better than Onana? Is he better than Onana?
I think he is. He's better than Onana.
Okay. I know the one you said.
McGinn.
I
Villa fans take McGinn over me.
You have to be very careful, double A. Because listen, but let me ask you a question. Okay, okay. So now, who's the other one we said? Casemiro. Is he better than who? Who you saying? Better than who?
Onana,
all of
McGinn,
it- all of it.
Tielemans. Casemiro's better than Tielemans and Onana and
It depends for what, because there's such a big discrepancy in type of midfielders. that you
Even
can't-
Kamara.
Yeah, it's the type of midfield is just so different. It's
Like,
just-
you know what it is?
Because you know what? I would think Tielemans is ahead of
Let's
Casemiro.
go back to guys. One
yeah,
second.
this is what's wrong with our fan base. See what we was talking about earlier, Saeed. Do you know what I mean? It's this idea that, do you know what I mean? That there's not, there's no
What's
clean,
best
no
squad?
reality
What's
of
best
our
squad?
base
What's
in
best
our
squad?
situation
I'm
right
just trying to
now.
ask questions right
Our
now.
standards have got a bit higher.
Yeah, I'm only going to say to you, are we feeling like this because of the manager? Or are we feeling like this because we rate our
Manager.
players?
Manager.
Manager.
It's the manager. Okay.
Bro, We've said so many times on this channel, yeah. If you put Unai Emery in charge of this Manchester United team, they are going to be challenging for the league.
No child traps that, man.
I'm not 100%, bro, because he's a
Traps
better
is
manager.
Be here
We're,
in the comments.
we're stuck
Traps
with a
hyped,
manager.
bro.
We're stuck with a manager in the bottom half of the league. He's the bottom half of the league manager. And we're stuck.
No, absolutely. No, our squad. I genuinely think our squad is third or fourth best. You can swap the two.
Exactly.
Bro, Morgan Rogers will start for us in the 10. Let's just be honest.
This is perfect for Rams.
That's so easy.
At 30%. You're right.
The only one that I would really start confidently in that Villa team right now is Manu. Other than that, bro, I mean, as much as I feel like it's a manager issue, I don't rate our midfield like that. Our midfield is not amazing, even though it should be.
I think he has weakened the midfield like quite dramatically.
But the back line, I'm taking our full back line over what they have.
Oh, absolutely.
They beat City and Arsenal last year.
Nah, I'm not taking their back line. No, I'm not.
No, I'm saying I'm taking our back line over there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very correct with that one. Yes.
Yeah, our back line is good.
I'm not swapping Diallo and Xerxes for anyone.
You know one thing. Yeah, let me tell you something. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Yeah, half of this fan base would not rate Tielemans. I'm telling you right now. They would say he's slow. He's not mobile. Now, I'm telling you right now, that was everything. A lot of this fan base was saying about Tielemans. He's not mobile. He's not this. He's not that.
Our fans would not rate Rodri. Our fans would not rate Rodri if we had him.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Because they would say, what does he do? He's not attacking. He's not defensive. He's not quick. No, he's just intelligent. And if you are not intelligent yourself, you can't see intelligence elsewhere. And you just don't have the tools to grasp it, to be honest.
So because it comes down to in the environment. Right now, if you put Tielemans in our team, he's not performing to the level.
No.
Yeah, but no one can perform when you're playing next to Bruno, man. You're left alone in there. It's tragic.
You need a good enough. Listen, a good enough manager, makes any player play to their strengths and hides their weaknesses by using other. It's basically chess, isn't it? You can checkmate the king and the queen and whatever with many different ways. So Eric isn't able to enhance players' strengths whilst diminishing their weaknesses or hiding their weaknesses. You see, how crazy is it that every game we see Bruno's weakness instead of seeing his strength? But then when he plays for international, it's a different thing. You see his strengths rather than his weaknesses. And same for example, De Bruyne, when he plays for his national team, it's not the same. But when he plays under Pep, it's different. That's what it is. Prime example is the managers prior to him, what they did. Look at Ralph Rangnick and Elanga. It was like a match made in heaven. the guy, brought on Elanga and made him click. Van Gaal, Mourinho, they all managed to do this one way or another. But Erik ten Hag, he just can't seem to do it, innit? That's just plain and simple what it is.
Because you know what, Faz, we went for the manager's job was to get the best out of his team, but now we're building a team to get the best out of the manager. We got the other way around completely. It should be this way. Like I get you get a manager players that he wants and that suits him, but not trying to mask the weaknesses of the manager.
Caicedo and all these players weren't playing to their best capacity. Look at Enzo Maresco. He's doing his thing now, and like I said, he's got these players performing at a different level. Even Levi Colwill now, and so forth. So I feel like it comes down to the environment you're in, man. It generally mean that, man. Like, it comes down to the environment you're in. And look at this guy, Poch out.
You mentioned Poch.
Like, that man have PTSD.
That's crazy.
Tell me, big up, bro. Love, yeah. Big up to you, man.
Y'all. Take it
big
easy,
up,
man.
Come on, my bro.
Easy,
but it comes down to the environment you're in, man. And that's what. And this is why, for me, I'm so adamant this manager has to go. Is that everyone's mindset changes. Generally, everyone's mindset changes. But because we're so stuck in with, but Ten Hag has been dealt with differently, and he's not been backed in this way, and he's injured players and all of that. Like all of these excuses have become what we are now. What you're seeing right now is because of Ten Hag, man. It really is. You have a different manager. He's tactically so good. We don't have to worry about it. I think Villa fans are worried about Unai Emery's tactics and whatnot. Like they know they're secured. Every manager looks like they're secured, apart from us. That's what it comes down to. Our
manager is a hindrance side. It's very obvious. He's a hindrance.
Massively.
Some of our players are not good enough, but the overall picture is that he sets everyone back. I don't see anyone prospering under him. And that's a reflection on the manager. It's not more of a reflection on the player. I always say when the majority of the players are not looking good, you have to look at the manager. If a couple of players, like you count on one hand, are outperforming or performing bad, then you could start blaming the players.
Yeah.
There's about half the managers in this league. I promise you, I can name you 10 managers that could come in and can do a better job than this guy. At least put us in contention in top 4. And I'm gonna believe at that. I'm tired of us scapegoating this whole squad, saying this whole squad is shit. Look at what they did for the last 5 years. It's not the same squad from 5 years ago. Most of these guys are gone. Like really, when you compare it to the last 5-6 years, most of these players are not the same. These are not the same Mourinho players. These are not all the same Ole players. These are not all the same Van Gaal players. And the fans need to wake up. This manager is a hindrance. He signed a lot of good technical players, and we're not getting the best out of them. We have Adam. We have selfless players like Amad, like Xerxes, like Ericsson, players that are willing to pass before they shoot, and we still can't find ourselves in a good system where we're catering for our best goal scorers.
Exactly.
That's a hindrance. That's on the manager, bro.
Exactly. Those players you just named are the first ones he takes off. Like it's.
I didn't even notice I did that on purpose.
Those are the first subs. Like, and you know what? When you can't assess the squad, you know the manager's doing a terrible job, because that's the first thing a manager should be able to do, is to assess a squad. Who are good players? Who are the bad ones? It's just
you don't know his first 11 though.
What you said, Staffy, I think that was a good point. People say that's how you know the fans don't think. They just take a narrative or a buzz sentence and they just run with it. These players have sacked Ten Hag, these Jose, and these players have sacked Ole. It's not the same players. What are you on? Or you know what? The one that really makes me laugh recently is people are saying Ten Hag has favorites and his favoritism will cost him his job, just like it cost Ole's job. They're like, yeah, but the same players are the favorites. So it's not the favoritism. It's the problem is not the favoritism. It's the manager loving players that are actually terrible for us. That's the problem. It is that we have a manager that doesn't know the good ones from the bad ones. No, they don't think, oh, favoritism is going to cost Ten Hag's job like it cost Ole's. Just think about it. Those favorites are the same ones.
Yeah. You know what the thing is with the manager, though? What he's done is, though, he's done this the wrong way, where, you know, the guys that have basically kept his job, there's a reason why he wants to keep Bruno in his team. There's a reason why he wants to keep Rashford in his team. There's a reason why he wants to keep McTominay still in his squad, because he values players. If you saved him in a particular moment, or you've kind of like helped him through a rough period, he values you a lot, man. And this is the problem, guys. We are literally in survival mode. Look at his whole tenure. It's been bad result. Then it's like, you have that one result, it gets him back into, let me just keep calm down.
Yeah, you know what's funny, Saeed, is those players that keep saving him are the ones that are putting him in a situation that where
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Either out of form, or the fan base is split on him, or some of them just not being available. There's so many things where they've been his nightmare, but he's not seeing through that. He's so stubborn. He's so broski. Well, he's just, and that's the thing, man. He don't understand that. We've got to progress by the idea of survival. Like, oh, Garnacho to save the day. Who's on the bench to save us the day, bro? Like, get the job done in the first half, bro.
I actually think he's really weak as a manager. When you look at last season, there was 2 players that everyone thought was out the door. Maguire and McTominay. 2 players that came back and saved his job. Especially McTominay. You think of the goals he was coming on.
Yeah, he did.
And now you look at this season, Ericsson, another point about Ericsson in a minute. Ericsson was out the door. He was nowhere near pre-season. He wasn't playing any minutes at all. Ajax couldn't afford him. Played 4 games back-to-back and played really well in pretty much all of them. Yeah. The thing that really grinds my gears about this manager is, and he's buying players, misprofiling players. Like Ericsson was one of the best number 10s in the Premier League for a number of years when he was at Spurs. Brilliant. Went to Inter, won the league, had his horrible incident. But even was at Brentford, he was playing for he was brilliant in the 10 again. He's been brought to Manchester United and forced to be a box-to-box 8 that he's never been. And yet, we're having to force and continue to watch Bruno when we've got, for me, our best number 10 playing in the absolute wrong position. It's one matter all over again. Buying a brilliant player and putting him out in the wrong position, and expecting him to do things that he doesn't do. And I'll give it to Ericsson because he's done really, really well put in that position. But when you've got a player like Bruno, and I love the way Adam talks about him because he conveys everything that I feel about Bruno when I'm watching him and how frustrated I get. What you need is a strong manager who will just take you out of the team and put your best players in their best position.
Did you see the comment, though? Did you see the comment? He goes, I've seen him do this before he will get back to his form. I'm like,
He said that about Rashford though. I'll play
Yeah, I
him until
know.
he plays well. So again, he's weak. He's a weak manager.
it's very, very weak. And this is the thing, man. Pep Guardiola will drop players that have won him titles, mate.
So
You know
I
what
meant
I'm
to say, and he
saying?
dropped him, guys, because he said the same thing about Rashford, and once he got to some half decent form, he dropped him.
I told you so. Oh, he dropped him. Yeah.
So
even
maybe
the
that's
way-
a
you
sign
know-
that he's gonna drop Bruno soon.
Have you
That's
noticed
maybe-
this year? The way he's like using Rashford is weird, man. Like, what's like? I don't know if you guys think it's a bit weird, but I just feel like for me, it feels like a bit different this year. The way he's using Rashford, like he's almost like I don't know. It's like I just find it a bit weird this year with Rashford. It's like don't get me wrong, he's not pulled any trees and he's not done amazing yet, but I've noticed a little bit different this year where he's like, yeah, you never. And this is where for me, there's no thought process as to what he's doing.
No,
He
it's not.
just literally everything's just kind of like, you know what? Oh, bro, we need to win this game, guys. And it's just weird, bro. Like everything about this manager is weird, bro.
He's terrible. He's just terrible.
Nah, man, it's crazy, man. So this idea, 2028. Listen, man, I think for me, it's one of them where we all want it to happen, but actions, man, actions speak louder than words. That's the main thing right now. Ineos have just got to just make actions, man. Plan ahead. Listen, like something tells me that they've got things behind the, you know.
I don't think they want him as a manager, Saeed, to be honest. I think they
No, they don't.
I just think last summer, for example, we just had so much stuff to do and so much money to spend elsewhere on people and infrastructures. They said, you know what? We are not challenging for the league anyway this year. So let's just keep him and do what we have to do. And there will come a point where he's going to be removed. I just think that's what it is, because there's no way they behaved the way they did and they want this guy. There's
You know,
no way.
I have a lot of, I really feel passionately as well about Ineos and the fans. I think Ineos, one of the biggest mistakes that they did is I feel like they kept him considering the fans, you know, the sentiment. And I feel very, very like upset by that, because they really and truly, all of this football yappa that they did about football people making football decisions, really and truly, we made the decision to keep the manager, as in the fans made the decision with writing the letters and the poll and whatever. Do you know what I mean? I've never understood why they would have kept him in the first place when they are going to this new direction. I don't understand how you can bring in people to help a football manager do the job that you brought him in for and make and justify it. On top of that, I've never understood how a manager, even, you know, regardless of what it is, Ineos got Mazraoui, that is Erik ten Hag player. Ineos got De Ligt, that is Erik ten Hag player. So Erik ten Hag has had players from not only the Glazers ownership, but also Ineos's ownership. And I promise you, there would be every manager under the sun who would love to have been in Erik's position. Absolutely love. No matter how good of a manager Erik is or whatever, just the simple sheer luxury, luxury of having your staff brought in, getting rid of your staff, then getting very much competent staff, Rene Hack and Ruud van Nistelrooy, new medical, whatever. On top of that, your own people from your village, everybody that you could ask for, everything that you could ask for. There is actually zero reasons for him to have any excuse. And I'm actually going to start putting pressure on him in a way that I'm not going to say that Rashford is a bad player, Bruno's a bad player. What are you doing to hide their weaknesses?
Yeah.
What are you actually doing?
It's mad, isn't it?
When are you taking Rashford off so that he doesn't get cooked, by the fan base and you protect him that way? When are you taking Bruno Fernandes off? How are you rotating players? It's not just tactical in game. There's other, metrics involved as well. Can you get a start in 11 motivated enough before kickoff? Do any of you and the thousands of people who watch these shows, can anybody tell me that when you look at Erik ten Hag and the way he talks, that you feel like you are going to go to war for him?
It's a robot.
Because I promise you,
talking to be honest.
Do you know what I mean? I promise you, Conte, not saying he's a Manchester United caliber manager, whatever, but I'm comparing him the way this certain fan base compared him to the other managers, right? I promise you, Conte could do it. Tuchel could do it. Mourinho could do it. Arteta could do it. Klopp could do it. Pep could do it. Look at all the top managers.
He doesn't have
Really,
to.
Deserve it.
Not even a top manager, to be fair. Not even a top manager, Faz. Even someone like Thomas Frank who gets players riled up. Do you know what I mean? That's the level that Ten Hag is. Like, he's lower than that.
The way Ange speaks, he speaks very well. He speaks very highly of a club that's not won nothing. They haven't won nothing. And he speaks so highly of them. He never puts them in the firing line. He never, thingies them.
He's cooked them a few times.
Sorry, Saeed, you're on mute, bro.
For me, yeah, you could be in struggle and you could be in a moment of like, let's say we're struggling right now. But if you explain what's going on, if you give me that kind of sense of, you know what, things are happening, I'm making mistakes, but you know what, bro, I can a bit more reason with it. But if you're acting like, I think we have to do better, and he
said we're the most dynamic and exciting team.
Give you that.
Do you remember we said we're the most dynamic and exciting team?
That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah,
don't gaslight me.
Don't
gaslight me.
That's a mistake.
Bro, this is mad.
Like what you're saying there, Said. Analysis helps us understand that he knows what he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? It helps us understand that we know he knows what he's talking about, and then he's got the remedy to be able to fix that. But the fact that he doesn't go into any kind of detail, that it kind of points to the fact that he has no clue what he's doing and he has no idea how to fix it. Like what you're saying there, Adam. Like he thinks he's got the most exciting team.
Careful, Ash, because remember, Steve McLaren said Casemiro was shocked at the level.
It was stunned, exactly.
Oh, man, that is crazy PR, that, man.
You know what, Ash? It's even worse than that. When he makes a sub, we get worse. That means he doesn't know why things were going well. Which is terrible.
That right there is, I can't lie. I don't know why people are not talking about that enough, because I don't think there's been, apart from Xerxes' sub, this season, where he came on, and there's not been no impact, from our subs.
No, it's worse. Not only
he's a bad man, in-game manager side,
bro.
That's one of the things you're saying. People don't talk about it enough. I've talked about it since last year. He is a bad in-game manager. The one that I'll never forget is when we played City at home last season, and it was 1-0 at halftime. And we were looking decent in the midfield. We just lost, I think, Haaland on one. Oh, actually, there was when Haaland scored the penalty, and then he took off someone and brought on McTominay to play the 6, not the 10 that he usually does, the 6. And we absolutely got ran into the midfield. They created chances for days, and we lost 3-0. That was the day. That's the same day he said Varane.
Exactly, the tactics.
Varane tactical things. That was the day that I knew not only is he bad at selecting an 11, actually makes it worse throughout the game.
There is not a single tactic on earth that involves Maguire and not Varane. It doesn't exist. There is not a single tactic where you can.
There's one if you want to lose the game. That's pretty much the only tactic.
Exactly. Adam's like justifying eating fast food over a 5-star steakhouse. Going to a steakhouse. Bro, there's no reason, bro. You should never be eating fast food over steak.
Don't lie to me, man.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. This guy's a joke,
bro. This is what I'm trying to say. For me, it's like, it's serious, man. It's serious. Big up Mustang said it always. Eric Ten Hag's biggest problem, alongside Bruno Rashford and Shaw for years. Rasmus is a scrub. Adam, you're a G, man. Respect. Big up to Mustang, man. Listen, there's a culture in it. And for me as well, like I said to you, man, it stems from the fan base as well, man, because we tolerate a lot of stuff, man. And you know what it is as well? We make it go bad. Like, we don't have to go, like, for it to go bad. We could just say, it's not worked out. 18 months, bye-bye. You know what I mean? Like, Real Madrid will just say, you know what? Don't worry, fan base. We got it sorted. He's gone now. Bye-bye. No, you know what it is? I always think for me, if you've got enough time to be emotional, then that's why you're in the wrong, guys. Like, generally, you have to go past beyond the stage of being emotional about something, being attached to something. Like, that's why for me, Oli, cool. He was associated with a football club, but don't give enough time for the fan base to bicker. Don't give enough time for, you know what I mean? Like, for it to be in and out. Just say, you know what? Sacked. Bye-bye. And that's what top clubs do. They do it, and then we don't think about it.
A lot of the fans are scared. They're scared to say anything negative against the club, aren't they? Everything has to be rosy. Everything has to be.
That's crazy.
We are Manchester United. We're different, and all that. Well, the truth is, a lot of these people, and we know who we're talking about, would rather go round and scapegoat every single player rather than talk about what the problem is. You know, Australia was talking about it the other day about I'm not looking at Ten Hag, it's the players or the board. Well, no, the monster, you need to cut off the monster's head for it to die, and that is Ten Hag. He is the issue. Yeah. And once we get behind that, and once the fans actually start to realize, you know, we can scapegoat players for bad performances, or we can criticize, should I say, players' bad performances all the time, because that should be allowed. But when they continue to happen because of the manager, whose fault is it? It's the manager. Exactly. And we should be allowed to say things against the club that aren't right, or we feel ain't right. And listen, all of us here are brave enough to say it, that he's not the right man. And after a 2 and a bit seasons, I feel you've got the right to say that. I think we've seen enough of him, and I will never be fooled by getting scrambling 2 cups. I'll never be fooled by that, because when you look over 2 full seasons, we've been horrendous, haven't we? We've been absolutely horrendous in the main. So
you know what, Double A? I think they confuse support and being positive.
Yes.
And that is a terrible, terrible error to make, because if for example, for the people that have children, I don't know.
That's a deep one, man.
Yeah, you support.
Can I steal that one? Because that is deep.
Because they confuse the 2 things. They said, "Shut up, be happy, and support." I'm like, I'm supporting him by saying it as it is. This is how I like. I want the club to do well. This is why I'm not being happy with the way things are at the moment. And they are more concerned with appearing like good fans than being honest fans.
100%.
Terrible thing. Terrible thing. Because 100%. They think that if you say, like, I see stuff on Twitter, man, Twitter is a terrible place.
No, but you know what it is, though, Adam? I think what it is, there's an expectation for you to be a fan, even though it gets shit. So basically, you've got to be a sense of, you've got to be loyal to the club. You don't chat rubbish about it. You don't tell other fans that we're shit and we're this and with that, and you don't moan about the club. You just back the club. That's the ideology. And for me, I think that's wrong, man.
That's
because
wrong.
at the end of the day,
that's wrong. When you love something, it's your duty to be honest about it. If I don't care about something, that's fine. I don't care. But if you love someone and something, you have to be honest. It's your duty to be so. You have to have the duty to say, you know what, this ain't good enough. You can't just say, you know what, that would be neglecting. That would be neglect. Exactly. It's like feeding the kids like candies all the time because they want to know. That's how it works. That's not how it works.
And I generally feel that's the way with the United fan base, is that we do things differently, boys. We have to back the club. Nobody here is not backing the club. Everybody here is supporting the team. Like, we will be going to Old Trafford on Sunday. I wanted Man United to win. But at the same time, if we think it's shit, we will call it shit.
Exactly.
If we think it's great, we will call it great.
I don't know if you noticed, but the people that back Ten Hag, they won't say I back Ten Hag. They will say I want him to do well, which is very sneaky way to do it. It's a very sneaky way to do it, because it implies that people like myself and yourself, for example, that want the manager gone, don't want him to do well. The difference is I don't think he does well, and I don't think he can do well.
We're wasting our time.
But I want him to do well. That's the reason I wanted him in the first place. But also the reason why I want someone else, because I want the club to do well more than I want. Because at some point, the manager's interests come in straight opposition with the club's interest, and the loyalty lies with the club. Like, for example, with Ole, people felt they had to be loyal to Ole. I'm more loyal to United than I am to Ole. So that's for that
more loyal to United than you are to players and anyone.
Exactly. For that reason alone, I want the manager gone.
Yeah.
The problem with these Ten Hag is it's all blind loyalty. It's Emperor's New Clothes. They're walking around the streets naked, and everyone's telling them it's brilliant. Oh no. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely fantastic. No, it's going to happen because now he's got proper backing. Now he's got structure. Yeah, no injuries. It's all nonsense. And once they wake up to it, the good thing about, like I say, about us is we're awake to it. We can't have the wool pulling over their eyes. We've seen it for what it is. We know exactly what's happening.
Scary though, Double A, is that a lot of the fan base want Ollie back. You know what I mean? That's another thing that's scary as well, which is that is generally scary. That I see a lot of fans.
Bro, United fans are the enemy of success. They hate progression. They hate success. Brian said it the best. The worst thing Sir Alex Ferguson did to us is he made us not watch football outside of United. We were so good and we won so much.
That's true as well.
We didn't know how the real world is out there.
I was still watching Revista La Liga.
Put a house cat in the street right now. It's not me. 2 days. Put a house cat in the street in 2 days is gonna die, Saeed, because it's so not used to the world outside. That is us outside of Sir Alex Ferguson. People don't actually understand football. They think you own this blind loyalty to club legends, to this and that as managers. Look at Lampard for Chelsea. They cooked the shit out of him. and they still love him as a player and as a legend. And he's a bigger legend for Chelsea than Ole was for us. He's won a Champions League. He's won leagues. He's holding way more records than Ole does.
Yeah.
But they all acknowledged that he was a shit manager and needed to go. And when he came back, they were like, whoa, why are we bringing him back? I thought we were trying to move forward. This looks like the old regime again. And they all start getting worried. I'm looking at Twitter. Everyone's like, run it back, run it back, run it back. Like we were running trophies left and right.
Run it back. He's a better manager.
It's crazy, bro. We won nothing with this guy. I appreciate Ole for what he did to them. I have an Ole scarf hanging right behind me right here. It was the first scarf I bought when I went to United, when I went to a game.
Oh, drop it, yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I sit here and I say bring him back. I know that experiment failed.
Crazy.
And that's it. It's time to move
You know
on.
what, Stuffy? I'm the first Ole out person I know. Like,
yeah, I think you might be.
You know what?
I remember.
Before he got the full-time job, I said, don't give him the job. Don't give him the job.
Yeah.
I never wanted him to get the job.
Because it was conditional. You finish in the top 4 or you win the FA Cup. He did neither. And when people were saying, they were trying to describe his style when he was at Molde, and they were saying he's a mix of Pep and Sir Alex. I was like, oh, good God, we're in trouble, because that means he's neither. That means it's neither of them. How can you be a mix of Pep and Sir Alex?
You know what's worse, though? You know what's worse, when we lose a game and they start playing the old Ole goals, and they're all counterattack. They're like, "Oh, we used to be this." I'm like, "Bro, we used to be shit. Stop gaslighting."
We used to be shit, man.
These games,
you don't realize it
happen once every like 5 games. Don't do that.
Exactly. And I saw fan cams of people outside this Old Trafford and stuff like that.
Yeah, you seen a lot of my one, man. You know what I'm saying?
They were asking people, like,
Everyone.
what do you make of Ole as would you give him the full-time job? And I remember there was a man who said he came on as a sub and scored 4 goals, as if that is something that could give you.
What does that do?
It doesn't give you any credit as a manager. It just means you were a good player. Like, the emotions were all over the place. It was embarrassing.
The thing with Ole as well. Sorry, just quickly. Like the fact he went on Stick to Football was saying how it hurt him so much. He was in the dark, in doldrums for ages, not had a job since. And all of a sudden he's going, "Oh, I'd love to come back. Yeah, give me some more of that."
He's desperate, man.
What are you talking about?
Hey, listen, nobody will give him a job, bro. And all of a sudden, you think Man United a charity case, mate. Listen, do one, man. Big up Mustache. Eric Ten Hag is on the spectrum like Dubois. He waffles about absolute nonsense. This fan base is absolute disgrace, and I hate them. Love you guys. Is Eric Ten Hag more hope than preference? And Eric Ten Hag's inability to bench Bruno will be the end of him. You know what's mad? I think for me, it's one of them where, I think this is why you just got to make decisions, because the fan base, for some reason, are almost like we like, this is where Ineos need to come in and be like, you know what? We're not like the Glazers. We're just going to make that decision. We've sacked the manager. We're going for this one. And the more they delay it, the more they lose, not my support, but my kind of like, I don't know, man, you lot, man. You're a bit, you're not very competent, are you lot, man? You got to make the decision. But it's difficult, man. It's difficult, and it all happens on Sunday. I made a prediction, and I don't know if you guys will listen to me. I said if he loses to Tottenham, I think that'll be end of Ten Hag. People are saying it's Porto away. People are saying it's Villa away. I'm not sure, but if you lose at home to Tottenham, for me, and you've got 3 losses already, then that's where it gets a bit sticky.
Oh, he got done by Liverpool, though. Nah.
No, but that was relatively early on in the season. I think that was the 3rd game.
But it's our biggest game of the season.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone before Christmas, but not after Spurs. I think more November, something like that.
Bro, maybe before the international break.
If we lose them 3 games, he'll have to go.
It's embarrassing. Like, I'm not trying to take the piss out of Tottenham here, but we've known Tottenham to be a joke of a club for the past 20 years. Let's be honest, guys. Like, they've always been soft. They've been, you know what I mean? Like, it's been Tottenham, innit? The history of Tottenham, etc. They've come to Old Trafford, and apart from I've been watching United here. Apart from when they beat us with Gareth Bale, I think they beat. Remember Gareth Bale done Rio Ferdinand over. They beat us 6-1, and where was that?
The 6-1 was in.
Remember the Vertonghen one where he did the celebration?
Yeah, Superman, yeah. And then the 3-0 at home, where I don't think we actually played bad, to be honest with you. We cooked them. It's just that flipping Lukaku couldn't finish his chances in that game. Bro, we've won every single game, even away from home. Like, we beat them with 10 men with Wayne Rooney. Do you know what I mean?
I think we're getting outplayed this weekend, Saeed. I think it's going to be very, very tough, man.
Sorry?
I think we're getting outplayed. Game.
Yeah, I think it'll be Tottenham beating themselves. I don't think it'll be down to tactical brilliance. I reckon it'll be Tottenham trying to be smart, trying to play out from the back, trying to play this high line, and we sucker punch them, and we literally get the wide forwards in them dangerous areas, and we get them through that. I don't think it's a tactical brilliant game from Man United. I really don't. I don't think we outnumber the midfield. I don't think we press them up, press the life out of them. We do all this. I just think it'll be Tottenham making mistakes at the back, and we hurt them. I genuinely do. That's what I'm banking on for me, people.
But it's going to come down to personal moments, Saeed. The way you described it, I mean, they're going to be the better coach team. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
they're going to look like a coach team.
I agree.
Like coach team. We could win, but it's going to be down to moments. And that's the one thing that's going to piss me off if we win. Because I know I won't be able to enjoy the win. The minute we win, we're all going to go to Twitter and you're going to see, oh, see, you guys doubted him. You all said Ainge is better. Give him time. And the cycle goes on and on and on.
New mutants are going to pop out.
And you know what's funny, Adam? Spurs have not beaten any Big Six team since they beaten us. They beat Liverpool on that dodgy offside goal when VAR didn't work or whatever.
But don't we have the same stat? Don't we have the same stat? Not beating any top team away is away, I think.
No. Yeah. They haven't beaten any top 6 team in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Just that Liverpool game. But they beat us in their stadium. So they're coming out a whole year later. Forget the Liverpool one, the VAR one. They're coming a whole year later, haven't beaten anyone in the top 6. And they're coming to face us again. And guess what? Spurs fans that are never confident to beat top 6 teams, they're confident to beat us. And that just shows you how people view our manager and rivals view our manager.
I don't know how you predict a United game at all at the minute. I don't know how you see how anything. I mean, I think you've got more chance of getting all 6 numbers on the lottery absolutely bang on than you have Manchester United, knowing how United are going to turn up on the day and play a game of football. And I think Staff is right. I think it comes down to moments. I think United will probably have that first 20 minutes look absolutely amazing. Won't take a chance. And then Spurs will get their turn. And it's whether we can withstand it and look to punish them. And but the thing about Manchester United, no matter how good they play, it invariably comes down to moments. It's never, a great performance, especially in the big games. I don't know. I will look at the game. It's one of them. I turn up and just watch it, and that's all I can do. I can't even sit here and start thinking, well, if he plays this player and this player, we should hopefully start getting some cooking. You can't think that with Manchester United because again. Because we've all said it and we all know it, he doesn't even know his best starting 11. So how do we know who he's going to play?
He's going to pick the wrong one. We don't know the best 11, but he's not going to. That's one thing for sure.
It's always going to be the wrong.
He's going to drop. What's his name? Amad is about to get dropped.
You know what?
That's one thing I can predict.
100%.
He will be dropped. 100%.
I think either Amad gets dropped or he plays Amad, Garnacho on the left, and Rashford at number 9. I think those are the two.
Rashford number 9. Damn.
I think he's going to.
I think he's going to go for pace on the counter attack.
Yeah, because you know what's one of the dumbest thing ever for me is they play with a high line, put someone quick behind. This is one of the thickest thing. You need someone to make a pass, and you need someone to control the ball. You have more chance of exploiting a high line with someone like Zersky. But like we've said for almost an hour and a half, he's going to pick the wrong decision. And I could see Amad, Garnacho,
he's coming. Yeah, he's coming. It's inevitable. He's gonna,
I'm confident we'll be Spurs to highlight food for run. That's what I'm saying. If these man can't play against Spurs and find confidence, I swear down, we're never gonna win. I genuinely believe, this is the game.
We could play against FC20 and find confidence, Saeed. FC20, do you know what I mean? What talking about?
Don't get confidence against the shit.
They didn't leave gaps, or did they? Let's be honest. They were very, very defensively resolute. You know what I mean?
I haven't watched all of the Spurs game, but I thought they played very, very well. I think their position in the league doesn't reflect the way they play and the quality of the performances, to be honest.
Yeah.
I am quite scared of Spurs. I think they are playing well, and I think they have a point to prove.
But they're attempted to do things. United are not attempted to do anything. That's the difference, though. I think it comes down to if you're a manager, you're attempted to play the way you want to do, and it's okay, cool. You're not finding solutions, and maybe Brennan Johnson's off form, and etc. But you can see though they're still trying to play their way. When I watched them against Brentford, they went 1-0 down, but did they panic? Did they do anything different? No, they came in and they absolutely battered Brentford. Should have scored by more. So I feel like for me, it's like they play regardless of what everyone else thinks, and sometimes that is refreshing. Whereas a manager like us can't adapt to being taking off a couple of players off. He takes a couple of players off, and we're finished.
We don't.
Like when Ten Hag makes the subs, you might as well just go home. Like generally, like you might as
We
well say,
wouldn't
"Yo,
come back.
bro."
We wouldn't come back if we went down 1-0. We wouldn't come back if we got a red card. We're not good at facing adversity.
No.
And that's another reflection on the manager, because he hasn't equipped this team to be good enough in normal situations, let alone when everything is going against us. Spurs go down against Karabakh, they lose a center back, and they go ahead and score a goal right away, 3-0. We wouldn't be doing that. I promise you. We play Karabakh
Never.
away. Yeah, 100%. The nerves are gonna kick in. The doubts are gonna start happening. The players are gonna lose their heads, and we're gonna let it go. There's a reason why we're 1-9 in our last 9 European games.
You know what's
You're
Stuffy?
not telling me all 9 games were difficult.
I think not only. I think we lose our shit when we lead. So let's alone when we trail.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's right. The best thing you said all day. Because what? How many times did we lose in the final 90 minutes? Sorry, in the added time under Ten Hag? It was a record. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, something like that.
It was a big
The
number.
same with-
And it was,
the same
it
with
was
Cons-
more
do you remember
than our
Staff?
whole Premier League era.
And do you remember also, Staffy, last season or season before last, it was how many times did we concede after scoring in the first 5 minutes? So we'd score, and then within 5 minutes, they'd reply instantly.
Yeah, complete collapse. Exactly.
Bro,
Yeah.
remember that Sheffield
collapse.
game away when Ollie McBurney right away answered us or something like that. And I'm like, bro, this is Sheffield, bro. Ollie McBurney. And
So
there was
we-
a stat that he hasn't scored in like 12 months. I'm like, of course.
How many goals
poetic,
have we
he's
scored
gonna
at Old
score
Trafford
against
by the way,
us
this
today.
season?
It's
How many
always-
goals have we scored at Old Trafford this season?
One
Last season?
Fulham,
One.
7 Barnsley, but we're not counting
No,
Barnsley,
yeah.
are we?
None of
We're
it.
not
in
counting
the league, I think we are 5-4 and 5 against or something like that.
But how many home games have we
No,
had?
no, he
though,
means
in
at
the
home.
league?
Oh,
So
at home.
1 at Fulham, 0 against Liverpool.
Fulham, Liverpool, yeah. And that's it.
0
this is
against
the third home
Liverpool.
game.
Who else did we play at home?
That's
I
been
mean,
it,
one
innit?
in the Europa League. I think we scored only 2 goals in Old Trafford this season.
Yeah, to be fair, we've had
You
a
guys
lot
have
of
more
away
appearances
games.
at Old Trafford than goals you've witnessed.
We've had a lot of away games.
I haven't. I didn't go Basel. I didn't go
Weird to
to
prep season.
I just- I can't wait.
I wasn't hyped at Barnsley, you know. Everyone's getting hyped at Barnsley scoring 7 against them. I'm still seeing issues. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, this isn't league. This is, we're
Boys,
playing
you
against
know-
League One opposition here. Stephen,
Yeah,
I mean,
After the 20 game, yeah, I prayed so hard that we get relegated. So hard. Like, I nearly had tears crying. Saeed, I prayed like from the bottom of my heart that we get relegated with Eric Ten Hag, because at least, yeah, the football would be better.
With smoke League One.
No, I wouldn't.
Bro, I just
Well,
want
the
to see football.
Apart- the championship,
apart from
yo.
that Barnsley game, we've almost been beat by every single lower league team we faced. Newport
Bro,
had us on the
you're
ropes.
underrated.
Coventry had us on the ropes.
You're underrated the championship, mate. These championship players can play. They can play.
They would have us off.
Telling
man.
you now.
I don't know about that. Have you seen? I don't know about that though, side. Have you seen the bottom 6 teams have yet to get a win in the first 5 games? The bottom 6, not one of them's got a win.
Yeah, it is peak. But then again,
Saeed, I don't know. I don't know if people saw the bit where, if I can share it, when the FC20 players were celebrating. Yeah, I got this
After the
live,
game, yeah.
so
Go
I
on,
wanted
then.
to show you guys. And this is me, anyways. You know,
Yeah.
They're going crazy, bro. Not this is mad.
about 4,000.
This is fucking sad. Big up brands.
look, they're celebrating
Big up brands,
in
man.
Old Trafford.
Fucking- This
And
is
then
a game,
the
bro.
cameraman, everyone,
Hoyland.
celebrating.
He's not Manchester United star. It's like
For
every
a
time
draw.
he sucks, let us see. Nah, man.
Yeah,
Rants, this in dead.
they deserve the draw. Yeah.
Still
Bro.
celebrating. Celebrate for the.
and then you have opposition fans literally next to me,
Have your say, because we can see. Because
bro. There were opposition fans
I hate the number.
literally
Everybody
next to me.
near
Look,
me,
everybody's
gone.
gone, and there's opposition fans next to me.
Relegate us, please.
That's typical.
Please,
Bro, this is-
relegate us, please. I
Typical,
want to
man.
see good football, please, God. Please.
I don't understand why that
I
old guy
want to
got
see good
arrested.
football, please. The
I'm begging
mighty
God to relegate me,
Almighty,
Saeed.
Please relegate us.
Nah, it's sad. It's sad. You can't lie to you. It is what it is, man. It's like, bro, this is the reality, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's just one of them where we just need to end the pain in it. But like I said,
Bro,
maybe
FC20, you know, FC25 is out, and
yeah.
FC20 beat us. It feels like a defeat, actually. I'm even saying beat.
Of
It feels
course
like
it
a
is.
defeat.
It does feel like a defeat, mate.
But like I said, the lack of goals is worrying, guys, man. It is very, very worrying.
Thank
Man.
God we have the best
It's been
creator in
worrying.
Europe, man. What will we do without him?
Without who, sorry?
Thank God we have the best creator in Europe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
You know, I
It's
think
mad, man.
anyway.
And like I said, when you look at we are the last game of the weekend as well. That what makes me worried. We could be literally
At
6,
least
7 points.
At least that
people.
weekend can't be ruined, no, mate. Do you know what I mean? At least we get a
Teams,
full
yeah.
weekend.
You can tell just how teams look at us now. I'll be honest. You know, with all these games again and again from last season as well, teams just look at us, yeah, and think, you know what? If we actually play to our strengths, if we actually hold them down a little bit, they are so naive that they will eventually give us a goal. They will eventually create gaps for us to have a goal. You know, just Cole Palmer's interview, what he said, innit?
That's
Yeah.
And you know, there's so many things over the course of Eric Ten Hag's tenure that I look at and I think, wow, like teams didn't disrespect us. Do you know what I'm saying? Fans didn't disrespect us like under Ole. As bad as Ole's football was, I have never seen players doing gun fingers in Old Trafford. Cole Palmer was doing gun finger at Old Trafford, yeah? You had Galatasaray fans rip the seats, the banners. You had FC20 player using a speaker and walking out of Old Trafford blasting music. And listen to this, lads, yeah? So this player, who, if someone watched my stream and knows that player, let me know who that player is, yeah? Name. He's dancing and walking like Conor McGregor outside of the players' tunnel, and he comes out into the car park blasting music, Saeed.
Yeah.
And the Man United fans waiting for their shirts to get signed, everybody's quiet, yeah? And soon as they see it, Bruno or someone, Bruno! At that point, yeah, I said, I'm fucking get me to an ambulance now. I need hydration. I need water because
man.
I was finished.
You know, I'm still not over Bruno's free kick. I'm still not over Bruno's free kick, man. I properly lost it.
It's crazy, man.
My head was
can't
going.
believe it. But I don't know why the players didn't cook him, you know, man. I wish the players were
the problem with Bruno. Bruno needs an ass beating, man. He needs to get like proper, like he needs a good captain that will take
Adam, I'll pay for your flights, Adam, to come over and do it, bro.
Yeah, I'm bigger than him. I'm bigger than him. But I don't play like
no, it's
Bruno needs a captain. The irony in this, Bruno needs a captain, someone that said, you know what, come on, you're losing your shit now. Come back. Focus.
Let's fight, man. But I just, you know what it is? You just need a couple of minutes with these players, man, just to chat to them and say, yo. But it won't happen, though, innit? You know what I mean? That's the reality, man. I just need a couple of minutes in it, you know what I mean? And say, yo, listen, man, them, you need to focus on this. You're shit at this. You're this and that. And cool, I'm not a professional footballer, but I think someone needs to let them know, man. Like sometimes tough love is good, you know, guys. You know what I mean? Tough love and letting them know what go on. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. Big up Craig says. Big up, guys. Just on holiday in Tenerife at the moment. Need a break from Ten Hag. He needs to be sat now. Sick of this shit. Smash a like. Big up, Craig, man. I might be in Tenerife in October, man. You know what I mean? So listen.
Side is going everywhere in October.
You might be in there. You might be there Monday, bro. The way it's going.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man. But
I'd pick a spot already. I want to go everywhere.
You know, in terms of Tottenham's team, right? I'm just looking at them. Let's get their team up right now. So let me try and create their formation and let's see if you, man, really, really are scared of this or not scared of this, but like, you know, you think that, you know, we're going to get beat in a manner and where can we hurt them and just in general, like, so they're going to have Pedro Porro. Their wing backs are quite good, by the way. Similar to us, to be fair. We've got similar, you know, good wing backs. Udogie. Did Udogie play last time? I think he did, didn't he?
Last time, yeah, and the way he handled Garnacho.
He cooked Garnacho.
Romero, Van de Ven.
Yeah.
In midfield, I think they're going to play Basuma and Bentancur, you know. I think that's what they're going to do.
Going to see.
Yep. I think that's what they're going to do, guys, if I'm being truly honest with you. I think they're going to play Basuma and Bentancur.
Is that the lineup they pick in the league?
Yeah, I think this will be their team, and then I think it still will be Brennan Johnson. Can't lie to you. Son, this one always happens, man. What is it, man? Oh, Son, fuck's sake, man. Solanke, broski, like, yo, man, you know the guy's name is Son, innit? You know what I mean? But it's like,
Say, try Yingming.
we find his name on here.
Saeed ain't spelling that, mate.
Hueng.
Love Staffy, bro.
So what you man saying about this? Then what you man saying?
I know Madison got something for us. I know Bissouma got something for us. I know Pedro Porro got something for us. I'm not worried about Solanke. What's wrong with Son? Is Son not playing? Or
You're not worried about Solanke? Do you not remember him, Faz? With Bournemouth last year.
yeah, but this season, I know he just scored in it last game.
Old Trafford, everyone lights up at Old Trafford, though, don't they? Do you know what I mean? They come to Old Trafford and all.
Porro against Rashford. Porro against Rashford. He's gonna have a good one, man.
Right. I don't think Rashford can play this game because if he plays number 9, he's going to get cooked. They are stronger than him. And if he plays left wing, same thing with Porro.
That's what I think as well, Adam. But remember, we're dealing with Ten Hag here. He probably will go back to drop Amad, go Garnacho. Probably Haaland gets a start, and then Rashford. I don't even know how to predict our team, but I just think, like you said before, mate, whoever it is, it's going to be wrong. So,
what about the midfield? Like what we're doing in the midfield?
I think
is Eriksen going to start? Is Casemiro?
Casemiro, yeah.
You know,
Casemiro, no Ugarte or Eriksen. Eriksen did 10. Cobby, you got to make Cobby though, innit? Cobby wants to play, though, innit?
Yeah, you put a chat up before saying who's the best midfield or who would you pick for midfield. I personally would like to see Ugarte, Casemiro, and Mainu.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
I think them three are our best midfield.
That's not a bad team. You got a good 11, you know, Tottenham.
But... Yeah, and they're most importantly, they are well coached.
Mm.
The midfield, I agree with you, Double A. I think I would probably put Eriksen in there, to be honest.
But to be an advantage,
I worry about him 5 games in a row, though, Adam. I just don't think.
Yeah.
Do you think he can play 5 games in a row?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
Bro, he looked pissed off coming off, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So, of course,
he gave up the goal, though, didn't he?
I think he's pissed off with himself.
I think he's going to pick Ugarte, Bruno, and Maino. I think he's dropping Eriksen. I don't think he's playing Casemiro.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think so.
I think we have got a chance against Spurs though, because they do play the high line, and that is one time where we do play well, and we do play well against, with Rashford in behind. So I do think there's opportunity there. It's just whether or not Ten Hag's going to kind of abate and play his team a little bit deeper. I mean, I know we have been playing this season, but I think with Spurs pressing on so heavily, I think it's over the top.
Liverpool did the same thing, and we got cooked by 3.
This is what I believe he'll do. Bruno.
Big up Beta Games, though. Apparently said he'd no Pedro Porro for Spurs, apparently. But
nah, he's available. He didn't play the other day.
I don't know. I'm just saying what the chat's saying, Saeed. It's not me, mate.
This is what I'm just thinking that he will do. So obviously, you man can do whatever you want to do. This is what I believe the team will be, for me personally.
You think it's Eriksen, Fernandes, and Maino?
Yes, 100%. If this is not the team on Sunday, honestly, man.
Is this the team you want or the team you think he will do?
No, this is what I think he will do, yeah. Okay. Sorry. So then we'll judge it by what we will do after.
Okay. I think, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he drops Zerski and he plays Rashford at 9.
The front 4 is terrible.
Because you know what my reasoning is? It doesn't make any sense. So it's quite likely he didn't do it. There's not much logic in it.
But this manager, that could very well happen, though, as we know. I worry for that front 4, though. And
that's just it's bro. It's just nothing, man. It's just
this is scandalous.
I think they feel more confident with Brennan Johnson at the minute. You know what I mean?
And Garnacho on the right is atrocious. I quite like him on the left, but on the right, it's very poor, man.
They
Oh,
say
because
he's
of that
the
Villa
opposite.
game. Because of that Villa game, wasn't it? That's why he's.
Yeah. Battle of
He's
who's most
better there.
stubborn. Shout out to Umar. I think that's you're right, man. Because he can be stubborn, and Ahmad can cook Udogi. Yeah, that's a possibility.
Udogi's strong.
By the way, you know this. By the way, let me ask you a question. Yeah, there was this video that I put in the WhatsApp group here. It's about Amad Diallo, and I want to know if you lot agree with this. I don't know if Faz, you might have seen the video in the group chat here. Let me bring this up right now. And listen, Amad's my guy in it, but I'm just gonna ask you a question about this one here, about Amad Diallo. Watch this video.
Yo, someone needs to grip Amad and tell him, bro, your visa is not expiring, bro. Like, you got permanent residency, bro. You don't need to be acting like the nice guy. Develop some arrogance in your game, bro. You are much better than you give yourself credit for. You are the most purest, best footballer in this United team. The second most talented right winger in the world right now is Amad Diallo, but he's not playing like it, guys, man. He's letting inferior footballers, inferior talents take the initiative while he's on the football pitch. He needs to develop that sense of arrogance that certain players like Greenwood and even Endrick. Look at Endrick, for example, yeah? This guy had two of the world's best players on either side, but he decided to take a stupid shot from a crazy angle. That's the sort of delusion he needs to develop in his game for him to become a true elite player. The mentality that the likes of Ronaldo, Messi, even Bellingham, bro. Bellingham's not a better talent than Diallo yet. You would think he is, but he's not. Because Bellingham has the elite mentality that this guy needs to develop, bro. He needs someone to tell him how good he truly is at the game of football. Otherwise, he needs to drop this nice guy gimmick.
I think for me, I can't lie, it's very, very constructive criticism, It's saying he needs to be him. He needs to say, you know what? Like, even for me, when you're getting subbed off, like, go give the manager that look. Yo, I'm not happy.
Yeah, but you know what? You have to know he knows he's dealing with Ten Hag. Do something, and you're never playing again. Like as we've seen, this guy is falling out with Varane, Ronaldo, Sancho, everyone. And Amad is one bad performance away from not playing. He knows it because the manager doesn't have a clue.
I think the thing is with him, like he believes that. I think he trusts a lot of these players, and to be honest with you, they're not giving him the trust back. But I think the arrogance there is very, very. Sometimes on the edge of the box, take the shot, man. Forget Bruno, man. Forget passing to these lot. You take the shot. And I'm not saying do it all the time, but there's been opportunities where I think he's on that right hand side. I'm like, you have that shot, man. Don't let these guys have the shot. And you know what's mad? Yeah, I think Eriksen, when he had the first shot here, I think someone took the ball off him, and he looked like he was pissed off because he was in the right position to score maybe a second. It's like, I think he's got to allow this nice guy gimmick. And yes, I don't want him to be, but you've got to have that bit of,
I think he needs Anthony's confidence. Do you know what I mean? The thing is,
yeah, Anthony's confidence. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But you know what it is. It's the manager, innit? It's clear. It's clearly showing that the manager's not giving him that confidence and that belief to say, "Go on, you go and do it." He's scared to death to make a mistake, like Adam was saying, because he knows he's getting hooked. Do you know what I mean? If the manager would say to him, don't worry about it, man. You believe in yourself. You got this. You take a moment for yourself, like he probably says to Bruno. And that's why Bruno's got all that confidence of putting in those, Hollywood balls that go to no one. Then if you'd have give that to Amad, then Amad would be doing it. But like Adam's just said, it's just the fact that he knows he makes mistakes. He plays, he has one bad moment, one bad mistake, and he's probably getting hooked. So he's in that situation. But like the guy was saying on the video, he's good enough. He's clearly the most talented player in our squad. Do you know what I mean? He's just got to have a little bit more belief. You saw it in pre-season, and you saw it in the first game. In the Brighton game, sorry, but it's too few and far between.
I quite like he's not like the others with this over self-confidence, because we see the state of the wingers as they are, the selfishness in that. Anthony, Rashford, and sometimes Garnacho as well. I mean, obviously, he's a very humble young man, and I think you're right, Ash. I think for me, he's still massively feeling his way into this team, and I don't think he feels that he's managed to stamp his authority into being 100% the starter. Obviously, for the reasons you and Adam have both said about, if he does take too many shots, if he does keep the ball too long and is a bit more selfish, he's being brought off the pitch. which we've already seen wrongly against Brighton. For me, no, it wasn't Brighton. It was another game. Brighton, he stayed on, didn't he? Because he scored the goal. But if he hadn't
Crystal
scored the
Palace.
goal, yeah, Crystal Palace, yeah. So I think if he's given the, like you said, the assurance from the manager that he will be starting the next 5 or 6 games because of his form, I think you would start to see that come out of his game a little bit more. You know, he's feeling that confidence to do something else, do something for himself rather than pass it. But I do like that in his mind, he wants to create, he wants to pass, he wants to get other people into the game, because we've had far too many wingers that don't want to do that.
Exactly. And you know what? It's tough to play when, like, good players play well when they're surrounded by good players. And that's very important. I think that bad players can thrive with good and bad players. They are still bad. Nothing changes. But you know what? It's not. It's no coincidence that Pogba struggled, that Sancho struggled, Martial struggled, Amad struggled. The good Donny van de Beek as well. The good Mata as well. The good, talented players that are intelligent. They feel that they see the game the same way. So you don't even need to coach them. Just put the intelligent players together, and they will sort it out between themselves. Like, for example, we're talking about squads, and my dad always gives this example. This United squad, if it plays on a beach or in a park with no grounds and no stadiums against the Southampton side or Fulham side, we smash them every time. Just let the good players between themselves, and they will sort it out. And it's very difficult to play with players that are not on your wavelength. They become unpredictable to you, and that's the worst thing you want as a teammate. So it's tough. It's a very tough spot to be in.
It's tough, you know, man. And listen, I think sometimes as well, it's like you can't really like force a player to be different for what he is. Like, if he is the sort of player, he is the sort of player. I still value him very, very highly. But like I said to you, it's one of them where you create that kind of dark streak about you, and you become this kind of machine where, you know what, I want to get goals, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's not just about passing it, and you know what I mean? But then again, we value him. We do value him, man. But
and you know what, Saeed, another thing, not all players and not all forwards value goals and assists the same way. Yeah. At the end of the day, the goal is to win the game. Some players value goals. Ronaldo value goals. Haaland values goals. Some players, they value the good play, the good passes. Someone like Busquets doesn't care about the goals. He just cares about making the game tick. So not everyone sees the game in the same way, and that is very important as well.
Yeah. Amad can score, though. Amad is good. You know, he's good in the final third. He has got a great shot on him, hasn't he? You know, you see when he takes shots.
Oh, his ball striking ability is probably the best.
Fantastic.
Him and Ericsson have got the best in the club.
Yeah, he's great. I love Amad. I love him.
Yeah. And Naz said this match is for Ten Hag needs to take with the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer approach of a low block, just hit them on a counter. The high line of Spurs is wild. But to be fair, he's been doing that for a while anyway now, just transition football. So, but not as effective as maybe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So yeah, man, it's difficult, man. But I still think United will win 2-1. It's not by tactical masterclass. It's just literally, you know, the high line, and then we exploit that high line. And they could do the same to us. They could exploit something that we might do and, you know, leave spaces behind or whatever it is. Like, it could be the same for us. But I think, and people can say it's deluded. It's not really deluded. It's still a 2-1 game, and it's still, you know, not going to be where United are back or anything. It's just a 2-1 game that we win at home against a Tottenham team. That, let's be honest, we should be winning 2-1 at home against Tottenham. Like, what? Like, it's mad how the standards are that low here. That if I say United winning 2-1, it's, how dare you say that? You know? But,
yeah, even I went.
Yeah, innit? You're saying that against Tottenham 2-1, mad.
Bro. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Mad. It's mad how we literally have to tiptoe around about points. It's mad. Like,
but it's not our standard. So it's not
on the Mandem talk. Watch a Mandem talk yesterday. Where Mark would give me an answer for the games.
That was bad. That. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad. That.
I was
watching that, cringing.
You didn't watch it? Yeah, maybe not watch the Marcel bit then, because he said it's year one. He said it's year one for Ten Hag.
Yeah, people. Yeah, you know, and I heard Ty. I didn't watch the full Mandem talk, but I heard Ty say the first season was good, the second season was bad. So it's 1-1, and it's
1-1, and
man. 3, man. What are we doing?
It's crazy, man.
I mean, last season didn't happen. Well, I said, well, if that's the case, then the FA Cup didn't happen. Like you can't dine out on that, saying he's won 2 cups back to back, and then
exactly.
when it's actually showing up to be, to go against the manager. Oh, it did happen. No, the injuries mean it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Hey, listen,
if you set the bar at this level for you on your first season, that's the baseline for the second season. The baseline is not the season before you came. No, you can't jungle around like this. Like this. The maths are not mathing here.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what's mad, guys? We have to win, man. You know what I'm saying to you.
Have to.
I'm going 2-1. What's everyone going for? Ash, go ahead.
Oh, mate, what is it? Heart or head? Do you know what I mean? Because heart.
Forget the heart head. Just give me,
1-1.
Double A.
Oh, mate. It could be a high scoring draw. A 2-2 or something, I think.
Us and high scoring.
Just because of the high line, and maybe maybe we get lucky and some chances actually get put away.
Because you know what? I agreed with the high scoring draw, but we don't score. So I think how does that work?
I'm just being optimistic. This is me being positive.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to go with a high scoring draw, but I said, well, we can't score a goal. We can't buy a goal. So I'm going 1-1 as well, like Ash. Just because, honestly, I don't see us winning this game, but I struggle to predict a loss. So I'm going. I just can't do it. So I'll just go with the draw.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a draw, bro. I think it's gonna be a draw. I predicted the draw against Palace. 20, obviously, I thought we were gonna win, but this one I think it's gonna be a draw. And if it's a draw, I think we'll be lucky in one way, because they're probably gonna try and win the game, but I think it's gonna be a high scoring game because of their high line that they play. And we're gonna get in behind quite a bit. We're gonna create some chances. We're gonna score some.
Score? That's a good one as well.
But I think it's gonna be like a 2-2 maybe.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a 2-2.
Yeah.
I see it being a high scoring game.
Let's hope, man. For the purpose of the vlog, you know what I mean? Ash and Double A, and I might even do a vlog as well on Sunday. So let's see, man.
And more than our own club, Ange's got a lot to prove, innit?
He does. That's what I'm saying. He's under pressure. He's under pressure.
It's not the El Saki code like you're saying, though, bro. He's not under that.
You never know.
No. I'm saying because he's not really had this much experience in the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not had this level of experience before.
Yeah.
So this is new for him, and he's talking quite a bit of big talk by saying, "I usually win things in my second year." And you're gonna see that. The funniest thing as well, lads. Yeah, I traveled all the way down to Exeter to watch Exeter versus Spurs Academy play football. Yeah, and the Spurs Academy played the exact football as the first team, exact to the T.
What if that's the same?
And I mean exact to the T.
I wish we could play like our under 18s, because they're on fire, mate.
Yeah, they're on fire, man.
That would be nice.
And not them playing like us, the other way around.
Yeah, the other way. I wish we could play like them. Yeah.
Bro, it's mad. It's mad. Even Plymouth are on fire, man. Wayne Rooney. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them.
Don't, because that'll start saying Rooney at the wheel and all that. We don't want that, mate.
Guys, we've got 577 likes. We are on 1.2k, so that means over half of you are just watching and just airing the likes, innit? You might have airing the likes. You know them ones. I don't know if you know where the like button is, but it's on the bottom of your screen, and it just needs to be hit. You know what I mean? So if you could hit that right now, get up to at least 700 likes. That would be amazing. Big up to the panel. Make sure you follow everyone's channels, man. Ash Meppers on YouTube, Double A on YouTube as well, FC Double A. Adam Manred, you'll find him on Twitter, and Planet Faz as well. Make sure you follow everyone, man. Everyone wins, because that's what, if the United not winning, everyone else can win.
Let's hope United win.
Bro, I hope so. I hope so, man, because at the end of the day, we must win, man. Everyone wants United to win. Because for me, Arsenal going to win. Liverpool are going to win. Chelsea are going to win. Man City will probably win. And it leaves who? Bro, I can't be asked with this big six, man. You know, with just explaining myself. Like, yeah, I'm being serious. I want to score the big six and relax and just rattle, man. You know what I mean? Like, just rattle people and just chill out. But I can't because I'm like, you have to have some pain. Can I?
That was rough yesterday.
Hey.
I said that was rough yesterday on the big six. Watching you on the big six, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's rough, man. It's tough, man. You have to, and then you got people in the comments who are United fans saying, "But Saeed, man, you're not positive enough." I'm saying I'll give you the link. And you be positive on here.
Yeah, you know deluded. I mean? You're not deluded enough. That's what they mean.
Yeah, bro.
That's the right way to phrase it.
It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, it ain't easy, guys. So let's hope, man. Let's hope Xerxes. I need Xerxes to score a goal as well, man. I just need
someone to score a goal, bro.
There you go. I need someone. You know what I mean? So let's see, man. Let's see. Like I said to you, man, it is what it is. We move, and let's hope that Faz isn't right.
This is madness. This is a sickness. This is. This is what this is. That's what Eric Ten Hag fans are. They're vaccinated with the wrong vaccine. And now the neurons in the brain are fried.